The wait is finally over. The Real Housewives of Miami is back. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another recap. This time for The Real Housewives of Miami, Season 6, Episode 1. Yes, the first episode of the new season. And let me tell you one thing. The Miami girls understand the assignment in friendship, fashion, money, drama, lightweightness, connection, all of the above. Buckle up. It's probably going to be a little bit of a longer recap today. I have a lot to say. Get comfortable. And let's get into the recap. So, we start off the episode with Alexia having this new light in her mind. She's done a lot of self-reflection. She doesn't like how things were said in New York, holding herself accountable in a very new fashion. I'm liking this new approach, Alexia. Watch her grow on me this season the way she has never grown on me in the past seasons. Watch that be true in 10, 11, 12 episodes. She is walking around with Todd in her backyard. That is a beautiful Miami beach. Amazing, stunning. Talking about how they are phasing through life. They're talking about how Todd apologized to Anthony on Instagram in a 9-minute video. The other cast members kind of ridicule around the fact that he did that, but are, I think, grateful that he even apologized. Alexia is planning a Nuevos Horizontes party for all the ladies to come together and really start off with a new slate for this season. It's a new horizon party. She wants everybody to get together, have some fun, listen to a speech that she actually prepared in her notes app. Alexia really put thought into this, and it does seem really genuine that she wants to rebuild those connections that were fractured a bit back a few months ago in New York when the cast filmed the season 5 reunion. We then jump to Miss Larsa and Miss Lisa Hochstein living it up on a yacht in Miami Beach, a yacht that Larsa organized. She's with Marcus, Lisa's with Jody, her new boyfriend, and you can really see that even in the midst of a divorce, this man is like day and night contrast to Lenny. He makes Lisa so happy. She's shining, she's bright. She has this light in her eyes when they talk to each other or about each other. And Lisa's like, if he's gonna love me like this, he will definitely be loving me even more when all of this divorce mess is over. And this is the perfect segue to talk about Lisa's divorce, because they are right now in the process of the temporary allowing situation that went on back in, I think, April, March, or February. I don't quite remember. But in present time, that has now all settled. I'm curious to see how that will prevail in the show. But anyways, Lisa and Larsa are talking about how Gertie said that Larsa is fake on a podcast. So she's a little bit on the fence with that relationship. We also learned that Dr. Nicole and Larsa are in a better place now. Probably talked things out, had a little one-on-one on the phone, which I'm very happy to hear, because relationships in The Real Housewives of Miami, to me personally, are a lot more personable. These women have known each other many years. I mean, the core group has been there for what, 10, 11, 12 years. Dr. Nicole has been a good addition for about the last 4 years, as well as Kiki and Gertie. So it's nice to see them all getting along. We then jump to Mrs. Dr. Nicole, and Miss Dr. Nicole has a brand new house that her and Anthony have bought. $21.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. 10,500 square foot, 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, an underground parking spot, space, garage type of situation for about 15 cars on Fisher Beach in Miami, or Fisherman's Place in Miami, with a ocean view, a pool with an ocean view, a huge garden, a triangle-shaped lawn. I mean, moneyed out. Truly, what Anthony does, get me one of those, because he has that Miami money, wealth money. And also, do not play around with Dr. Nicole, because Dr. Nicole, as an anesthesiologist, she gets a very good amount of money at the end of the month, because those are the people that truly put us to sleep when we have complications going on and need to go into surgery. So I love Dr. Nicole. She's one of my fave in this cast, and good for her. Gertie comes along, they're talking about how, the house and this and the remodeling of it all. It's probably going to take some time. And they're talking about the other women and the relationship with the other women. They are filling each other in as to how Gertie is, kind of in a bad place with Larsa, and how all of the women will get together at the Nuevos Horizontes party that Alexia is planning, and so on and so forth. And then we actually jump to Miss Julia Lemigova and her wife Martina. Every time Julia comes onto my screen, I just know I will envision a beautiful Miami home mixed in a home zoo hybrid situation, because Julia, I think, keeps just adding on goats and chickens and pigs and whatever, and a dog and a cat and a mouse and a bird. It's insane. She makes me crack up every time I see her home. But she is filling us in as to how Martina, has struggled with her health the past couple of months, but luckily she conquered all of her cancers that she had, her breast and I think throat or lung cancer. And congratulations to Martina. You can just really tell how much the both of them lean on each other in hard times like these. It's amazing to see a good representation of an LGBTQ plus relationship on a show, because usually, it's very dramatic and doomed, but this is just a breath of fresh air as a part of the LGBTQ community myself. Amazing. So Miss Julia is cooking up some lunch for Martina. She's trying to regain a little bit of vitality and getting back to her normal day-to-day. And now we actually have Julia and Alexia meeting up for some lunch. And Alexia is truly taking this reconnecting with the group thing very seriously. She is kind of apologizing to Julia how things went down last season. She's laying it all out on the table. Julia's like, I like when we're like this. I genuinely want to build on this friendship. They both have a good kiki, a good laugh, if you may. And then comes the conversation of Adriana and Marisol. Adriana and Marisol have the thickest beef in the group, probably alongside Alexia and Adriana. And amidst inviting Julia to the Nuevos Horizontes party, Julia asks, well, will you be inviting Adriana, or are we going to create tension by singling her out? Alexia's like, well, she did this to herself. This is for Marisol, yada yada. But then Alexia eventually she gets convinced to meet up with Adriana to have a one-on-one because the both of them have been going at each other's throats in the social media realm for the past couple of months after the season 5 reunion. But we then flash on to Adriana and Alexia meeting up for lunch and just talking it all out. Adriana comes in with a white flag and Adriana is so unserious. The woman is sometimes a bit insane and says unspeakably very rude things at times, but you cannot deny Adriana is so funny. She's so fun to look at. She makes very good TV. And I was actually very surprised as to why she wasn't a full-time cast member this season. I would have put my money on her to actually regain her full-time housewife spot. I really hope that next year, when season 7 airs, they'll probably start filming in a couple of months, that Adriana is back as a full-time housewife, but that's besides the point. Adriana and Alexia pretty much hash it out immediately. They get into it, they have a few differences, but you can truly see that they are both actively trying to repair this relationship, and both of them are open to see where this could go. I mean, it'd be a little bit naive to say that things will be immediately better, especially with the thing that Adriana said about Alexia's son. But I think time will tell. We'll see how that relationship evolves, and I wish the both of them just the best. We hop on to Lisa getting ready for, the trials of it all for her divorce. She's saying how much this process sucks. We're still filming at the Hochstein Manor, the big-ass house that Lenny owns. And she's clearly not ready to leave, but I think and I hope that Larsa even said that she'll help her look for apartments. I really hope that she does, as soon as possible, get into the apartment-looking thing. I think, if I saw that correctly on Insta, she's already moved out. But I really want to see the process on the show as well a bit of her going apartment hunting. That'd be nice. And then we pretty much go to Alexia's Nuevos Horizontes party. We are flashing forward to all of the girls getting ready, and Alexia is calling up Marisol. She's breaking the news that Todd is not going to attend because, in my opinion, he pussied out of this little event because it's going to be very uncomfortable for him if all the men kind of tease him about the apology that he gave Anthony. But in my opinion, I actually thought the apology was very sweet. So in my eyes, there is nothing to chicken out of. It would have been nice for him to attend and support Alexia. Alexia's even, kind of having a little bit of a mental situation breakdown happening. She's like, Marisol, I need you. I really, really do. And I know Adriana's coming. And Marisol's like, wait, what? Marisol is so... I like Marisol, except the fact that she just drinks and makes that her whole personality. Like, lay a few drinks off, girl. Like, please don't get too drunk. But Marisol's shocked that Alexia is inviting Adriana. And I, as a good friend, I understand both sides, because how are you going to invite Adriana, who did 1, 2, and 3, but in the other perspective, it's let's not single anybody out and let's hash things out. And I honestly believe that the whole mess with Adriana and the ex of Marisol is if that whole thing is true, it's on Marisol's ex that he talked all that crap about her. I think she is misdirecting her anger towards Adriana. And I hope that all the three of them, I mean, they are OGs. I hope that they hash things out and just, evolve into being cordial and getting along and actually becoming friends. Marisol's like, well, I don't know if I'll show up. I'm getting anxiety. Goodbye. Whilst Alexia's crying. Alexia's like, well, WTF. Okay, I guess. She's prepping. Her, staff is organizing all of the drinks, all of the food. Everything's looking gorgeous and delicious. Larsa and Marcus arrive, as well as Lisa. Julia brings some pink carton eggs that she probably handpicked from her own garden, because we all know Julia. Dr. Nicole, Gertie, Adriana, and even Marisol arrives in the end. There is some obvious tension between Gertie and Larsa. And sadly, everybody who, follows Gertie on Instagram knows what kind of journey she is about to go on. But I have all my good faith in this situation that she will conquer her health, that she'll get her vitality back, that she'll conquer her breast cancer. Prayers for Gertie, and I actually believe there have been some better and good news about that whole situation going on with Gertie in the last couple of days. But we'll definitely talk about that in a separate video or in the next recap. Gertie and Larsa pretty much get into it. Larsa's like, why did you call me fake? Larsa in her confessional is like, you're the one that's being fake right now with all that hi, how are you? Bullish. And Gertie's like, well, because I felt like you were being fake to me. Every time I would speak last season, you told me I should put a muzzle on and not speak. I felt that was disrespectful. And I get Gertie, that was a very low blow of Larsa to say. But I don't think that's something that is irreparable, in my opinion. Adriana and Kiki and Marisol. Kiki is like, well, you guys are matching. And Marisol's like, well, child, I think I copy you sometimes, I guess. And, I mean, that's definitely a first step into reconciliation, I guess. But then everybody sits down. Alexia is taking out her iPhone. She's like, I prepared a speech on my notes app. She's reading. She's kind of collectively apologizing, saying that she wants a fresh start, that she knows that deep down in their hearts, everybody loves each other. And that was a very nice speech. And I thought to myself, this is a whole new side to Alexia that we are seeing. And I really hope it sticks. Because last season, Alexia did get on my nerves. And when I think back, she made me feel some type of way at times. Because her behavior out of order. But I'm liking this approach very, very much. And as she finishes her speech, Miss Julia decided it was time to clock into work and check Miss Marisol directly to her face. She's like, Marisol, as much as we both are here supporting our best friends allegedly tonight, I'm trying to support mine, but you're trying to harm yours. I was like, okay, well, tell me how you feel. And by putting Alexia in the middle of the situation between Adriana and you, it's unfair, yada yada. I think you are the problem in our group. Marisol's like, ay, por favor. Julia, you're talking shit. And the both of them get into it. And she's like, well, you control Alexia and what she does, Marisol's like, well, trust me, nobody controls Alexia, especially not me. And Marisol's like, please, Alexia, speak. And Alexia was quiet. In her confessional, she said there are some battles that need to be fought alone. And I need to agree on that one in this situation, because Julia came from a good place, acknowledging the mistakes that Adriana did, but also acknowledging the fact that Marisol is basically giving no room for her in this group to be accepted, and kind of wanting her to be singled out over very, very petty stuff that truly, at the end of the day, does not even matter. The conversation gets heated. The men remove themselves from the situation. They go and smoke some of Todd's cigars. Alexia's like, my way, please. I will show you out in a more chill area. And in the midst of arguing, Gertie gets up and she's like, stop it. You know, a fresh start. Let's stop this whole arguing. She gets very emotional. And obviously, as a viewer that does follow Gertie in her journey on social media, I know why. And she pretty much storms off, and everybody is like a bit confused. And then she's taking Larsa aside. She's pulling her with her, because Larsa once again says, well, Gertie, I really don't understand what I did to you, why you're calling me fake. And Gertie pulls her to the side, gets very emotional, and I truthfully had to tear up in that moment, because I saw a tweet the other day describing the situation so perfectly. I'm trying to think of how the person phrased it. Yes, I remember. Gertie took Larsa and removed the both of them from a Housewives filming situation and took Larsa into reality really quickly. As a friend, she was reaching out. She was profusely asking for her support no matter what happens. And to say I felt that is an understatement. I felt the emotional vibration in Gertie through my screen. It was a very powerful moment. And Larsa's like, well, yes, of course. I just don't understand why you'll call me fake. Of course I'll be by you. Of course I'll come for you. Because Gertie's like, please don't ask questions. When I ask for you, come for me. Please, when I ask for you, come to me. It was a very sad yet beautiful scene in a way for me. So everybody's like, well, what does she mean? If I ask of you, if I ask for you, please come for me. Please help me. I need you. What does she need Larsa for? And the women are wondering what's going on. We then have Gertie going outside for some fresh air with her husband. And then we have the final scene of the episode where one day before filming, we have Gertie and her husband and the kids in the park enjoying a little picnic, enjoying a little play around situation with the kids. She's making sure that the kids are far away, and Gertie is breaking the news to us and pretty much the husband that there is something going on in the health department, and she does not want to use the C word yet. She doesn't even want to speak that into existence, which I definitely do understand. At the beginning of that sounds just so scary, and to think that any one of us can be affected by this disease it's otherworldly, and it's something to respect. Anyways, that was it for the episode. We then have the actual season 6 trailer in the rest of this episode. This episode was 54 minutes long, but it felt like it was going by very quickly. I don't know if it's just me, because I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. But yeah. What are my thoughts? My thoughts are the Miami girls are clearing their number one spot. What I don't understand is how only 385,000 viewers tuned in for Miami on Bravo. On Peacock, it definitely did get more views. And in my opinion, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Like, it could have easily stayed on Peacock, in my opinion. But yeah, let's see how viewership increases, hopefully. And that's that on that. All in all, a very good episode. I feel like we are definitely moving forward in the group. We are repairing relationships. We are collectively moving on, which is that it's just so refreshing, because grudges can be held in some other franchises for much longer than just 1 or 2 years. We're talking decades, okay? So I'm glad the Miami girls are all moving it along. Anyways, you guys, I desperately want to know what you thought about this episode. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any future recaps or any future videos. And lastly, thank you so much for watching and supporting. I'll see you guys later. Bye.